About Access, programs created to inform the viewer about access centers and channels. The recipients are Channel 85, Ryan Walker, Columbia, Missouri.
Play.
Channel 85.
Shoot. Light.
Channel 85.
Direct.
Channel
Edit.
85.
CAT gives top priority to local producers, and we already have a strong lineup of local shows.
Channel 85.
There's a show in all of us.
Channel 85.
I am a pastor.
I am a king.
And I am a queen.
SPNN, Who Am I? Maria Todazental, St. Paul, Minnesota.
I am a citizen journalist.
I am an animal advocate.
I am a volunteer.
I am a music journalist.
I'm a community activist, environmental, political, professional troublemaker, they call me.
I am a cog in the wheel of free speech.
I don't just sit and watch TV.
I don't just sit and watch television. I help others create TV.
Access Able, programs produced by individuals with developmental or physical challenges. The recipients are Lesson 1 in Braille, Ava Sugranwe, Iowa City, Iowa.
We are here today with the National Federation of the Blind. We are a small group of people, about 20 of us, but growing, and we are made up of blind people and our friends. And we're here today to demonstrate Braille and how important Braille is to the blind.
For the stationary bike races.
This wheelchair that I'm sitting in.
Disability Viewpoints, December 2009. Mark Hughes, Joanne Urbis, and Kevin Schmidt from Roseville, Minnesota.
Portable video magnifier.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Hughes. Welcome to this year-end edition of Disability Viewpoints. First,
Access Program promos are short videos about access centers or channels. The recipients are PMN Program, Michael Paplo, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Why does BNN have me on the street in Jamaica Plain? To make a point.
BNN 25th Anniversary Promotional Spots, Boston Neighborhood Network, Topper Carew, Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm neither rich nor poor. I'm happy and I'm not sad. And I'm here to tell you that that's what our network is about. If you have an idea, we'll use it. Boston is like that. Everything to everybody. It's a time of change. And BNN is here to give you an opportunity to voice your views. The one thing we worry about here at BNN is hygiene.
Animation, complete programs created using 2D or 3D animation techniques. The recipients are CMAP Summer Classes, Laura Rodriguez and Karen Dorenkamp from Gilroy, California.
Attention campers, time for the 10-mile hike.
I really don't want to do that. I wish we could go somewhere cool and awesome where we could make movies and just have fun. I know of a place. It's called CMAP. I Feel Tight, John Acri, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Keys are smart, and I am mellow with my art and my heart.
Oh, I think I see. We've loved playing tag with our friends at the schoolyard.
Children's programs are created for audiences 12 and under. The recipients are Roots and Shoots, Hanging by the Claw, Christino Karina Forrest, Marcia Hupp, and Eileen Mason from Mamaroneck, New York.
The adoption of a polar bear. All their efforts came together in a marathon taping session in the LMC TV studio.
These These are a few of the kids in our summer Roots and Shoots program. Roots and Shoots is an organization that was founded by Jane Goodall. She imagined that children are passionate.
I need some inspiration this summer.
How about trying our summer reading program?
2009 Children's Summer Reading Program, Zach Canali, Adam Jessup, Jared Weyerbacher, and Paul Hewitt from Bloomington, Indiana.
You're done. Can I see my ears?
Joe by Leo Cardinelli, Malden, Massachusetts.
What happened to my ears?
Well, the malpractice suit ruined me. The lawyers sucked all my money away, and to make matters worse, I was fired from the hospital. The press had a field day with the news, and it only got worse.
Community events is coverage of parades, awards, and special community activities. Our recipients are Audrey Nelson Award 2009, Dennis Harrington, Nancy Callanan, and Sean Glennon, Quincy, Massachusetts.
Public service activities. The center has come a long way from its humble beginnings many years ago, when the local YMCA began offering programs to the youth in the Germantown neighborhood through partnership with the Snug Harbor Elementary School. We thank the National Community Development Association for this recognition, and we congratulate our fellow recipient communities.
Local Image 2009 Minnesota Governor's Fishing Open, Judy Skye Voss, Scott Jensen, Mary Klein, Joe Cullen, Troy Sepion, Jeff Mellock, Chuck Turning, Arlen Becker, and Nicholas Alex Anderson, White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
The sun is out and the sky is blue and the fishing season is open in the great state of Minnesota.
Little Cars, Henry Hayes, Cambridge, Mass.
Right now, we're in Southbridge, and this is the third race of the Mark Series. I believe it goes all the way through May.
Cultural perspectives help us celebrate the differences in our world and enhance our appreciation of others. The recipients are Discoveries in China, Rachel Sklar, Newton Lower Falls, Massachusetts.
Learning the Chinese language and culture in a unique way. What's so amazing about a 4-month stay in a foreign country is you become a member of the society, no longer just a temporary tourist. I love my daily bus route to and from school and my quickly acquired knowledge of the best and cheapest restaurants in the area. I was a part of Chinese society. Well, at least as close as I could ever be.
Visionaries and Voices, Christian Appleby, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Conscious reggae music. Conscious reggae music.
In Tune with Rasta, Anthony Soto, Somerville, Massachusetts.
You know what I mean? So safe I trod into the promised land, we will find him. Oh, I'm so safe we trod in Ethiopia, Ethiopia waiting. Hey, so safe we trod in Rastafari, long lives the king. Hey,
Democracy in Action is programs that cover national, state, and local politics. The hometown recipients are
Hello, and welcome
Kids Voting in Hardin County, Dale Mings, Gina Ryan, and the Junior Council of Diversity Students, Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
And others in it. So I do it for the fun and just to help out the community.
And I participated in
the kids pick the kids voting because I think that we need to change because the economy is very bad right now and it's time for him.
Scan One-on-One. John Bruner and Diane Ferguson, Seattle, Washington.
Welcome to Scan One-on-One. Today we have the pleasure of having Mike McGinn, who's running for Seattle Mayor. Mike, welcome. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me here.
Well, thank you for coming. So one of my questions, because we're not the only one where there's a relationship between some sort of dedicated funds that come in. And
Documentary events are in-depth programs about real-life occurrences. Our recipients are A City in Ruins, The Great Conflagration of 1882, Jay Cleary and Matt Belfiore, Haverhill, Massachusetts.
A small fire burning inside a shop while walking his beat on Washington Street. No water was available to extinguish it, and he ran to sound the alarm. Little did he know at the time that the city's shoe district would cease to exist before the sun rose the following morning. The flickering flames were first discovered at 11:40 p.m.
Coming downtown is really a cultural experience.
Union Street Railroad Bridge, connecting a community. Mark Hernandez, Salem, Oregon.
From all walks of life, opportunities to immerse yourself in your own neighborhood, huge advantages. Just a walk down here will show people the huge potential we have here.
Documentary profiles are in-depth programs about a place, organization, or person. The recipients are Nuclear on the Block, Project Documentary, Cambridge Community Television, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I do not know what the structure is. I pretty much think that it was a big water tower or something like that they held gases in.
It's a power plant, a power generation plant.
You can spend hours here at the Schiff Nature Preserve.
Legacy of the Land, Greg Bama and Tanya Sulikowski, Mendham, New Jersey.
For centuries. First, there was the Lenni Lenape tribe. Then, hardy colonists and local farmers, followed by General Washington's troops. Later, there were the Boy Scouts. And now, the Schiff Natural Lands Trust, which has worked hard for 25 years so that people can come from miles around to enjoy a
I can't imagine what it would be like if I was in a broken home.
A Hero in Disguise, Raina Riley Walker, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
We don't get along all the time, and sometimes we can drive each other crazy. But honestly, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't there. Without the mystery of frustration and the yelling and cigarette smoke that constantly comes from his lips, this odd combination of human activity makes my family whole.
Documentary public awareness are programs that examine an issue of social importance. The recipients are What a Piece of Work is Man, Science and Religion in the 21st Century, Timberlane Regional Schools, Bryan College, Edward J. Larson, Plaistow, New Hampshire.
Geological relations of the present to the past inhabitants of that continent. These facts seem to me to throw some light on the origin of species. That mystery of mysteries, as it has been called by one of our greatest philosophers. I am fully convinced that species are not immutable.
We see increasing cancer rates, we see feminization of organisms.
Humanity Disrupted, The Threat of Endocrine Disruptors, Rose Rongsich, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Are biologically active at extremely low concentrations.
The relationship needs to be looked at between that and the decrease in male sperm counts over the last 50 years.
Very definitely we see feminization of the world.
This could affect my decisions in the future from a point of not being able to.
Model society, and you see
Reality Check,
about
Julie Pan, Cambridge,
and
Massachusetts.
having a perfect body, but that's not true. I mean, women aren't perfect. Like, Nobody's born with a perfect body looking like a Barbie or anything like that.
They always have like some type of certain look that is portrayed for like women, and some girls, they kind of think that like they have to follow that portrayal of women so they can be pretty.
Educational activities are videos that describe school-sponsored programs and events other than sports. Our recipients are Stories from the Sea, Lynn McCarthy, Karen Rothschild, Kathy Downey, and Jack Pinard, Lowell, Massachusetts.
Gives me a creepy feeling like someone's watching me. On the way here, Captain Scott told me some strange things about this lighthouse. He said that the last keeper of this lighthouse also had a journal, and the last entry said, a rock of slow torture. Hell on earth. It's Ernie's domain now. I had no idea who Ernie was, so I looked him up, and people aren't sure.
2009 Children's Summer Reading Program. Zach Canal, Adam Jessup, Jared Weyerbacher, and Paul Hewitt, Bloomington, Indiana.
A fire is raging. Smoke rises.
Whisper of the Woods, Jet Pleasant, Riverside, Illinois.
Riverside Brookfield Ecology Club is hard at work. For the past 6 years, students from Riverside Brookfield High School have been working to remove the invasive species known as buckthorn from the enclosure and restore Waubonsie Woods to a fully functioning prairie.
I think it's an amazing opportunity to have.
Educational class projects K through 12 are programs produced by students as a school assignment. The recipient is Malden Superstars, MATV Kids Video Adventure Workshop, Malden, Massachusetts.
No! Yes! 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 Come on. So close. Oops, sorry about that. I'll get that later. Welcome to Your Witness News. Tonight's top story, the H1N1.
Educational profile programs promote educational institutions or showcase the school or district students and employees at work. Our recipients are Raymond Alf Museum, Five on Lay, Jeffrey Ireland, and Nick Pignotti, Laverne, California.
You have school tours every morning. Schools can call us up and schedule a tour where it's led by a docent. Also, we bring fossils and stuff out to other schools, like a traveling fossil presentation where you can make at schools. And we have open houses on Saturdays, and we have a special fossil fest once a year. So we try to serve the public as much as we can, and we're open every day.
Over 1,600 students with approximately 100 certified staff.
Pride in Achievement, Shannon Hunter, Roseville, Minnesota.
High school, it really feels much smaller.
One thing that I love is that every kid has an opportunity to participate in something, whether it be sports, whether it be music, whether it be drama, whether it be some of the clubs that we offer.
Think of all the people that have influenced you during your high school career. Maybe it was a friend who stuck up for you, or a teacher who stayed after with you. Now imagine if one of those people were not.
We have so much to offer in all of our schools.
Hardin County Schools, your district of choice. Anna Bray, Gina Ryan, Dick Thornton, and TV production students from Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
All to help our students reach their maximum potential.
Well now, what shall we dress in for dinner? Let's see what I've got in my drawer. I need to take a look too.
Empowerment. Programs that exemplify how community access empowers people to speak. Our recipients are
Life has been
Stories of Hope and Healing, Craig Goldstein and Helen Griffo of CTV, and MHCAN Youth and Staff, Santa Cruz, California.
I was using methamphetamines every day for almost a year. I started drinking at the age of 14 years.
Used for 7 days straight.
I started having hallucinations.
And that triggered my manic episode.
I started breaking the law,
panic attacks,
stealing, and other things.
I really had nowhere to go.
I ended up.
I see you.
That's our motto.
I see you as talented.
The R word.
As a friend.
Best Buddies,
I do not see
Riverside,
you as
Illinois.
This word is mean.
Why?
It offends me.
It makes me feel different.
What gives us the right to label people?
How can we assume something about people with intellectual disabilities when we don't even know them?
No one should be judged by their disability.
We like to focus on a person's abilities.
I like to bowl.
Dude.
Entertainment talk shows are light subject discussion programs designed to entertain an audience. Our recipients are
Hello and welcome to our
Highland Warriors, Rusty King, Mountain View, California.
The Chief, and we have a friend of his. You're going to have actually a battle later on in the show.
How big can you get? And that's a tribute to Cab Calloway, who was a
Oshkosh
famous
Today.
jazz singer back in the 30s
OCMS
and 40s.
staff,
And you know he's a
Oshkosh,
master of
Wisconsin.
jazz singing. Can you scat?
No, but bring your dancing shoes that night.
Shooby-doo-bop-bop. That's right, because you can get in for free if you wear your zoot suit, right?
Yep. If you bring out your best zoot suit and come in here and you get in for free. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a listen. Let's take a break and let's take a listen to a little bit of tribute to Cab Calloway from the Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Right now, we're in the lobby of the Poplar Pike Playhouse. Let's step inside the theater.
Crosstalk, GHS TV, Germantown, Tennessee.
The Poplar Pike Playhouse has been producing professional-level shows since 1976. With me now is founder and director Frank Bluestein. Thank you for letting us be out here today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
You're known as the father of the Poplar Pike Playhouse. Can you give me a brief history of the Playhouse?
Entertainment variety are programs designed to amuse and entertain an audience. Our recipients are Counterfeit Killer, Christian Appleby, and Film Outside the Lens from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Called himself William. The dude paid well. That's all I cared about.
We need more.
That's all I got.
James, I could use a cup of coffee.
Say what?
1 cream, no sugar. Oh my God.
Don't leave me alone for a minute, please.
How about a Danish?
Strawberry?
Sherry.
Night of the Living Ted, Matt Belfiore, Ray Narorian, and Derek Mitchell, Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Spend the rest of our lives.
See that guy? That guy? It's me.
Joe, Leo Cardarelli, Malden, Massachusetts.
That went terribly wrong.
My life is over, man. It's ruined. My wife's threatening to leave me. My kid thinks I'm a drunk.
Well, weren't you good at card playing?
You kidding? I could pull a royal flush and go fish.
So why don't we go to Las Vegas and make some money?
Sounds like a pretty good idea.
GLBT programming. Programs created about subjects of interest to the gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender community. The recipient is Duct Tape and High Heels, Cayuga Community College, Auburn, New York.
The first time I remember seeing a female impersonator was quite simply on an afternoon talk show. The television seemed to be the only place I was exposed to a lot of things, mainly because I've always grown up in the country.
Government activities are videos that describe government programs and services or feature events. Our recipients are Policy Matters, Recycling, Michael A. Shea, Arlington, Virginia.
County distributed larger blue recycling bins to every residence for curbside pickup. Next question. Do you have to sort your recyclables in the blue bin?
Oh, I know this. Yes, you have to keep all orange juice bottles away from milk bottles. I once poured orange juice in my milk and it tasted really bad.
There's no sorting now. You can mix it up. That's right. In the new blue bins.
We have a group of people here, volunteers from the community.
The Tacoma Mosaic Project,
really
Tacoma Park City TV, Tacoma Park, Maryland.
And glass and all the different materials on the wall with a type of glue called mastic, or it's also called thinset. The materials that we're using are range from ceramic tiles to mirrors to glass tiles to vitreous glass.
Government Profile are programs that feature government departments or showcase government employees. Our recipients are Plymouth Town Government in the 20th Century, Nancy Richard and Dinah O'Brien, Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Pretty bad, and the men wouldn't speak to me, or when they went down to Durham McGrath to have a bottle of beer, they didn't invite me to come. So there was nothing like that. I never went because I don't like beer, so I never went. There were 1 or 2 people not willing to work very hard, however, on the Board of Selectmen. I remember that.
These kids are coming out of our Guard Start program, and they're ready to go.
CRC's Aquatics Division, Bunny Arsman, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Many lifeguards, because of working with the Cincinnati Recreation Commission, have decided to go into public service. They've become firefighters, they've become police officers, they've become social workers, they've gone into nursing, they've gone into teaching, because that's what's important. They've connected with working with people, and that has given them insight to what they've wanted to do for the rest of their lives.
Informational feature are programs other than talk shows compiled from interviews and presentations. Our recipients are Doctors in the Kitchen, Steve Costin, Forest Park, Ohio.
At least an hour a day. We have so many kids that aren't couch potatoes, but actually they're tater tots because they're just not active enough. And it's important that the kids get outside, get some vitamin D, and also get that, running in and play, and creative play as well. Because our kids are spending too much time in front of television sets, computers, games, and all that. Games Boys.
Well, there are many complex ways to define this complex disorder.
Surprised by Autism, Joe Cullen and Jeff Mellock, White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Explain it through our eyes. Let's go back to the beginning. October 4th, 2005. That's when Josiah Sean Cullen entered our world. My wife Tani and I were so excited to greet this little bundle of joy, and for the first year and a half our lives seemed pretty typical. Milestones were being met, and with each
color mapping setting applies to the entire overlay graphic.
You too. Brian Wilkins, Elaine Donnelly, Chanthu Falk, and the After School Video Club from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Dude, are you ready for college, dude? Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and if you get them right, you will have the chance to win cash money. In the form of scholarships, of course.
Informational talk shows, discussion programs designed to inform viewers about a specific topic. Our recipients are The Theater Factory presents The Merry Wives of Windsor, Patricia Nemi and Patty Page, Menlo Park, California.
Bruce Doulet-Dernier. I practiced that.
That's
like
great.
Doulet-Dernier. You help with your costume too?
Not really. We have a professional costumer. She just knows our measurements and gets us what we need. Yeah.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Judy Lichty from
H1N1. Just the facts. Francine Wyron and Marcus Rossano, Rockville, Maryland.
Facts and myths going around. We've heard a million different things about ways to protect yourself, so let's get right to it. Is it true that if you wash your hands often, that will help you?
Absolutely. One of the most important things you can do to prevent the flu or any other diseases out there is to wash your hands.
Hi everybody and welcome to Spotlight on Students. Tonight's show
Spotlight on Students, Green episode. Sasha Heppel, Amber Aldridge, Ann Tice, and the Open Media Generation Youth, Denver, Colorado.
On different environmental projects here in Denver, Colorado. Spotlight on Students is a youth production group here at Denver Open Media working with Colorado Progressive Coalition. And any youth can come in here from middle school to high school and learn how to use all the production.
Innovative, programs that utilize a new or unique form of presentation. Our recipients are No Budget Theater number 7, Gorzak's Grab Bag, Paul McComas and Brian Cox, Evanston, Illinois.
3 to 30 minutes. These films were shot on about 1/3 of a shoestring, as they were funded entirely by, well, by my allowance. In the 22nd century, the only survivors of nuclear warfare have been sealed off in a great domed city where life is lived for pleasure alone.
OMG LOL, Julia Estaki, South Yarmouth, Massachusetts.
Of my face, having a camera built into my phone is a must.
Instructional and training programs provide how-to advice or teach a subject or skill. Our recipients are Green Tips, 10 simple tips to going green in your home. Naomi Chur and Beth Worthy, Mountain View, California.
Are not hard and it's simple to use every day.
We're all aware of large sources of pollution, but what about the pollution found in our own homes? What's scary is that everyday air fresheners like these contain dangerous chemicals.
Or boiling house soap, herbs, and spices as alternatives to air fresheners, or replacing your candles with soy candles.
And I'd like to welcome you to this special UPTV show on the health
benefits of walking and biking. University Place Television, Nicole Sanchez and Dave Kelman, University Place, Washington.
To get out and explore either on foot or on bike the many wonderful places we have here in University Place.
Common camping problems made easy. Kevin Jarvis, Abdul Kanani, and Dan Burke, Lowell, Massachusetts. Live, programming other than local news that originally aired live on the channel. Our recipients are the Shoreview Northern Lights Variety Band, John Rusterholtz, Roseville, Minnesota.
The count. On Bibbs. Turns on one, fouls it off.
St. Paul Saints Pro Baseball versus El Paso, CTN Studios, Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
Charlie Rudd, we're at 18 days between starts. He has been magnificent. 14 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, 9 hits. For Charlie Rudd, he looks like a brand new man, or looks like the man from last year and the year before. 2-2 in the slow curve, misses downstairs for ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The largest arts and crafts festival in the Mid-South.
Live coverage of the 2009 Germantown Festival, GHS-TV, Germantown, Tennessee.
Tonight, you don't have to look above the stars. And I know that if love is alright, you don't have to look above the stars. No, 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 I know. By the end of tonight, you'll be looking down.
Now, I would like to welcome Will to the show. Will, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
So, after tonight, as I...
Local performances are music concerts, plays, or dance performances videotaped at a local venue. Our recipients are the Giant Jam Sandwich, Josh Godding and Takfu, Iowa City, Iowa.
They dived and hummed and buzzed and ate.
Bonita High Pop Show 2009, Don Pollock and Shane Rodriguez, Laverne, California.
What does this crazy, 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 crazy dream mean? Oh, yeah! Thank you very much.
Magazine shows are programs comprised of several pre-recorded segments or stories. The recipients are
Wages of less than $1
Twaddle, Richard Bartram Jr., Huntington, West Virginia.
The labor gangs were often attacked by hostile Native Americans, and when Huntington was asked to equip the workers with guns, his only response was, "A Winchester is worth $12, a Chinese, none." On May 10, 1869, the ceremonial golden spike was driven to signify the finish of the Transcontinental Railroad. In spite of their contribution to the
I want to get out to folks some of the misconceptions that people might have.
Local Image, October. Judy Sky Voss and Scott Jensen from White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
I think a lot of people believe that we only make non-grape fruit wines, such as raspberries or cherries, but there's a hardy grape industry here. The university has been breeding grapes since the early 1900s. A lot of people don't realize that. And if Prohibition hadn't happened.
For this year's fall show, the set crew was challenged to build a 2-story house.
WGLH-TV, the student staff at WGLH Gahanna Lincoln High School in Gahanna, Ohio.
Supervision of several experienced students, as well as a teacher administrator, the set crew meets every day after school until about 5:30 p.m. Using a wide variety of carpentry tools, the students construct the set in a room called the Scene Shop, which is located behind the auditorium.
Making a difference. Programs created to achieve a specific social, political, or community goal. Our recipients are St. Vincent de Paul of Marin County, Harris Cohen, Fairfax, California.
We give a voice to the voiceless poor. We involve ourselves in all aspects of the community, not only feeding and clothing our clients, but also marching so they can have a shelter to sleep in. We volunteer during elections to guarantee that every...
Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
We Have a Dream. Anne Urso Rose, Patrick Gordon, and Ron Cox, Malden, Massachusetts.
And those who thought that the Negro needed to blow off steam
and will now be content
will have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual.
And there will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro
Hope Foundation, and hopes that we can add to their already
Brunswick School News, Paper Cranes, Terry Theobald and Sean O'Connor, Brunswick, Ohio.
Hopefully increase the funding for childhood cancer.
It's hard for me to express how much it makes me feel happy and proud to know that students are actually interested in participating in this. I'm thrilled to know that children are interested in helping other children, and that makes me thrilled to know that Lydia's memory lives.
Music videos feature the creative fusion of original music and video images. The recipients tonight are Crazy Tuesday, Builds Us a School, Eric Rivera and Ethan Hobitzel, Concord, Massachusetts.
Forcing me up before the dew hits the grass. Damn, why we gotta start so early? No time to eat, feel tired and surly. Here he gonna yell, shave and wear a tie. If he was in my neighborhood, I'd punch him in the eye. Can't live in the suburbs, kiss the wife and kid, cause the houses are there just too darn big. I wish I could live there, out of the city. My hair, my skin, and wear sweats so pretty.
OMG, can't you see this is
OMG LOL, Julia Astaki, South Yarmouth, Massachusetts.
You're always at risk for spyware and identity fraud. There's no entry, not without paying the toll. And Google is angry, Google is a vengeful god. And if you're not careful, Google will eat up your...
News, regularly scheduled programs providing coverage of local issues, people, and places. Our recipients are
In Chappaqua, it's a barn raising
About
note
Town,
of bridge raising
Linda
to put
Callner
the
and
beams
Lyle
in place
Anderson,
that will support the
Chappaqua,
eastbound
New
section of
York.
the bridge. Early Sunday morning, riggers from Connie Construction and the New York State Department of Transportation lifted these huge bridge sections. The longest of the 3 new beams being put into place is 145 feet in length. It spans the entire bridge. Crews had to work fast throughout the night. They started at 2 o'clock in the morning as soon as the last Metro train left Chappaqua. The work was...
And when there's a new school year, they will have a brand new football field to celebrate.
This week in Torrance. Alexa Sita, Torrance City Cable 3, Torrance, California.
And the repairs here have been long overdue. There have been no major renovations since the school's founding in 1917. The head football coach and the school board says that these repairs will not only be great for the football players and for athletes, but they'll also be great for the community members who come.
It's a way to celebrate the nonprofits and kind of...
For your information, Dana Denha, Greg McDonald, Rob Cross, Tim Nagay, and the CTN staff in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Businesses here, they're Waste Not partners.
We also have a show this year at the University of Michigan's Museum of Art, which is also right on the campus of U of M.
So let's just make this clear. This is every day now, so it's going on all the time.
Every day.
And so what are some of the, let's talk about some of the...
From the studios of Germantown Community Television.
Wake up Germantown. GHS TV, Germantown, Tennessee.
People also come out by the thousands for the fun before and after the race.
We had a jump rope team from Riverdale.
From the stage to the asphalt, the race was definitely a memorable experience for everyone.
Original teleplays are presentations of original comedies or dramatic scripts written for television. Tonight's recipients are Five on Lay, Jeffrey Ireland, and Nick Pignotti, Laverne, California.
Crap. Frankly, I don't want anybody talking to me while they're taking a crap. Defeats the purpose of privacy.
Poor bastard.
You
want to catch a flick?
Night of the Living Ted, Matt Belfiore, Ray Nararian, and Derek Mitchell, Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Push me!
Letters to Lincoln, BTV Bachelor Middle School, Bloomington, Indiana.
Father, did you meet Mr. Lincoln?
No, Grace, I did not. He's staying in Illinois till after the election.
Public service announcements are short videos promoting a community event, organization, or social message. Our recipients are Brookline Coalition Against Substance Abuse Promo, Megan Palami, Christian Jankowski, and Andy McBain, Brookline, Massachusetts.
Now let's treat it love. Go, go, go. Love you. Love you. I love you.
You brought her again? Dinner's ready.
E-Waste, CTEP and SPNN producers, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Here's some leg gravy.
We all know what garbage is, but what is e-waste? E-waste is anything that we throw away that contains a circuit board or a CRT.
All It Takes. In Focus Youth, Boston Neighborhood Network, Boston, Massachusetts. Seniors, programs about topics of interest or concern to our senior audiences. Tonight's recipients are I Remember Mommy Number 2, as Kramer Herzog, San Rafael, California.
Businessman and an artist. But most important, he had a generosity of spirit and heart that made him one of the best people I have ever known. He was a second father to me. This is his legacy, the fingerprint of a life well lived. There was no one like him. I knew him all my life, and I called him Mommy.
World War II, Veteran Stories Part 4. Shirley Ann Bruno and John Collins, Lake Success, New York.
1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Short subject programs are less than 15 minutes in length and do not easily fit into other categories. Tonight's recipients are Linotype Demonstration, Mel Van Duzen, Cupertino, California.
After it's cast, the mold continues on its journey around to get the back of it trimmed by knives on the back, and it continues on around to its ejection position, where ejector blades will push it out between a pair of blades on the opposite side, trimming off the
way or buried, these chemicals can leach into our soil and groundwater.
E-Waste, CTEP and SPNN producers, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Mercury and lead can cause birth defects and permanent brain damage, and cadmium is a known cancer-causing agent. Since you wouldn't feed e-waste to your children,
oh, tastes like brain damage.
Don't just throw it away. Keep it out of the trash. Dispose of it properly. Take your old electronic equipment to
collections of art, natural science, and history, as well as dynamic.
Welcome to the Berkshire Museum, Alexa Green, Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Families. The museum was founded in 1903 by Zenas Crane, the owner of Crane & Company, a paper manufacturer. He sought out art and artifacts for the museum and encouraged collections that would give Berkshire County residents a wide cross-section of the world's wonders. The Berkshire Museum became a window on the world and now holds more than 30,000 objects.
Spiritual and inspirational programs deal with religion or spirituality or acknowledge a connection with a higher power. Our recipients are
And now, back to
Proof of the Existence of God, Byron Warner, Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us today Kim Ballinger, our moderator. And Kim, I'm sure you have a lot of questions from the audience that you'd like to present to Richard, especially about his singing, maybe. I don't know.
No, his singing is excellent.
Rise Above, Rochelle Payne, Dorchester, Massachusetts.
And a lot of you who are not familiar with me, you know me by the name of Evangelist Diva. Amen. I just want you to close your eyes and bow your heads. Speak, Lord. Let your people be touched by this word, Lord. Let them take this word with them wherever they are, Lord.
Sports coverage, our game of the week, or coverage of sports activities or sports competitions. Our recipients are Ohio State Athletic Association D2 State Semifinal Football, Winton Woods versus Marion Franklin, Waycross Community Media Volunteers, Forest Park, Ohio.
Biggest game in the history of Winton Woods football, the first time ever that they have reached the state semifinal here tonight. He won Robert Heron III, a 6'4", 220-pound senior. Now, this is the one team I think that they've seen that can actually match them in speed.
It's a backyard brawl between the visiting Montgomery College, Germantown.
Montgomery College basketball, Michael Brown and Scott Youngblood, Rockville, Maryland.
We've got it all on Montgomery College television, starting now.
I'm impressed with Klein's counter there. Yeah.
High school wrestling, John Harden versus PRP, Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Very sloppy on the PRPs. He was just going to rely on pure muscle, which he's got plenty of.
Let's see if he tries it again.
He does break away, so it's 2-1. Klein is in the red for the Bulldogs. McCormick in the black and red, black singlet, red stripe. And
Sports entertainment are programs about athletics other than coverage of sporting events. Tonight's recipients are Kellogg's Gallup, Evo Avakimayan, Danielle Rodriguez, and Xenia Martinez, Laverne, California.
They're so dainty that it's like graceful, and they carry their tails high. They're like a companion because they're so expressive. They're bred to be beautiful horses.
The Arabian Horse Center has many teams and clubs which practice riding with the horses. One of the participating organizations is the Intercollegiate Horse Show Team.
The Sports Desk, Bonnie Prickett, Torrance City Cable 3, Torrance, California.
Already, which means the dawn of summer is upon the LA Dodgers and the kids still left in school.
When you introduce little kids
Dynamites, Hockey in the Hood, Kyla Johnson, Martina Fabinova, and Ben Yoder Henley, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
They just think it's fun. They don't think, well, I'm Latino or I'm black and I shouldn't play this sport, because that's not what people in my ethnicity do. It's interesting to watch those kids kind of grow up and look around and say, you know, the teams we play don't look like us.
Visual arts are programs about the visual arts or artists. Tonight's recipients are Star Trek at Tech, Juan Cerna, San Jose, California.
Engage. Here I am, Juan Cerna for RTV, Your TV. I'm here with Roque Montez.
If you look at nature, it's necessary that we have
Charles McGee, Nature. Tim Nagay, Charles McGee, Carol Morris, and John Suave, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
In concert with each other to carry out the mandates of nature, which is creating a kind of equilibrium in the universe. What is important is, and I'm able to put before me something that nature has given me. Nature endows us with talent.
Websites for producers promote a particular program and are not affiliated with a social media network. Tonight's recipients are Citizen Newscaster, Timothy Barrett, Monterey, California. www.thedogshowwithjazz.com, Donna Ciccone and Mitch Rosso, Woodbury, Minnesota. Websites for access centers are designed to promote an access organization and are not affiliated with a social media network. Our recipients are www.cctvcambridge.org, Cambridge Community Television, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And www.brunswickschoolvideoprogram.org, Brunswick School Video Program students, Brunswick, Ohio. Our overall excellence categories recognize outstanding overall access center operations and programming. For public access centers with budgets of less than $300,000,
There wouldn't be 15 guys up there.
Our award goes to Columbia Access Television, Columbia, Missouri.
5 guys. Should have shotgun mics for this.
Wham bang, thank you, bam. 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 She's all ass and elbows, fishnet, yeah. Wham bam, oh, thank you.
That doesn't make the movie any better or any worse. It definitely didn't make it any. You having issues there, buddy?
My chair's really uncomfortable.
Oh.
Sorry.
We're professionals here down in front.
For budgets $300,001 to $650,000, Somerville Community Access Television, Somerville, Massachusetts.
Being an intern at SCAT, you don't have to pay for anything. It's free. It's not like going to school where you have to pay like thousands and thousands of dollars in tuition, where you have to take out student loans. It's free. You can check out equipment, you can use the editing suites, you can take classes here. It's been really helpful.
If you can't turn around, how you gonna feel when they put you down? What you gonna do?
For budgets $650,000 or more, Cambridge Community Television, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I reminisce. Yeah, somebody close your eyes, try and feel this. I reminisce. Remember junior high and the field trips. I reminisce.
The nomads in general don't believe that land should be owned by anybody.
The truth is, when we hand the contents of our piggy bank to the bank teller, our money becomes the bank's money to do with as it pleases.
Cambridge uses dual stream recycling. This means paper products are taken to one facility, while plastics, metal, and glass are taken to another.
Overall excellence in educational access.
You're watching Channel 22, The Beat, serving the
For budgets less than $300,000, Brunswick City School District, Brunswick, Ohio.
That's the reason we're having you here is, I mean, you actually started the wrestling program here at Brunswick back in 1962, but we were chatting a little earlier about your background. Most guys involved in coaching wrestling have wrestled.
Right. Well, the most important thing, I think, is remember that your career can end at any given moment. I had opportunity. I was lucky because I didn't start having injuries until I was a professional.
For budgets of more than $650,000, Montgomery College Television, Rockville, Maryland.
As a member of a healthcare team is a collaborative adventure. The following movie is a simulated scenario that demonstrates 7 healthcare career options offered at Montgomery College.
And we've got another foul called.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Antoine Brown reached in and
number 5
pulled Wade to the ground.
Yep. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, he definitely went for the ball. That was very physical play. There's a lot of contact there, but he was
Overall excellence in governmental access.
This is Kathleen Corey, Lewisboro Town Clerk.
For budgets less than $300,000, Lewisboro Community Cable TV, South Salem, New York.
Thank you for watching LCTV Channel 20.
I'm Lewisboro Councilman Peter DeLucia, and I'd like to wish you and yours the most happy and healthy holiday season.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth DeFaber reporting to you today, April 18th, from Lewisboro Town Park, where the Lewisboro Baseball Association, also known as the LBA, is ushering in the 2009 season opening day activities, including a barbecue, opening day ceremonies, and a Majors Division Little League game.
Budget's $300,001 to $650,000. The city of Lakewood,
commitment,
California.
Integrity, teamwork. Words that describe the characteristics.
Okay, Jake, over here. What green programs happened in Lakewood?
All right, here's what I think. Lakewood's new citywide no parking during street sweeping regulation.
For budgets over $650,000, DCCCP and the County of Fairfax, Fairfax, Virginia.
Excitement filled the air as Celebrate Fairfax kicked off the start.
And the borrower turns over the title to the car to the lender to hold as security.
For overall excellence in combined public educational and/or governmental access. With budgets of less than $300,000, Danvers Community Access Television, Danvers, Massachusetts.
The first thing I want to talk about is the boundaries of Danvers Port. Let's talk about it.
In my day, it was quite a few years ago, we always considered the port as far as the Catholic Church on High Street, and that's my part of the argument all the time, because
For budgets of $300,001 to $650,000, Germantown Community Television, GHS TV, Germantown, Tennessee.
In Yellowstone, out front we have an Old Faithful geyser.
And at this year's festival, there's a lot of food to tempt your taste buds.
Pretty good?
Pretty good, pretty good.
From party dogs to those Philly cheesesteak sandwiches you heard about, the festival is full of American favorites. But this year, you don't need a plane trip to get a taste of Europe. Hungry tummies also get a great deal on Greek goodies. These gyros are selling like hotcakes.
Well, it looks delicious, but what's in a gyro sandwich anyway?
Budgets of $650,000 or more, RWSCC, SCC, GTN, and on location, White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
It's mine.
Working day nights. Got me working day nights. Got me working.
Congratulations to all of the recipients of the 2010 Hometown Video Awards. Keep up the very good work.